have killed this with AT Pro and CTX, and I got the GPX up here today, and that is an extremely deep hole right there, and this 44 was right in the bottom of it, and I could hear this boat good. Man, I've got a brand new Civil War sight now. I'm hunting solo right now on one of my Civil War sites. Tennessee Jeff and his wife Jennifer just had a baby, Avery. Congratulations to you guys. Probably be a few days before Jeff gets back out in the woods. I've hunted this place for about 3 years now, hunted it hard. The spot that you're going to see today with my CTX and with my AT Pro, and I mean I hunted it hard. There's about a 15-foot square that I just absolutely killed with those two machines, and found a lot of Colt 44s. I don't know, I found probably in that section there probably 20. But as you're going to see in this video here, when you change machines and whenever you go up to a GPX, you've got a completely brand new sight. I hit just a little bitty spot right there and pull out some more Colt 44s. So hope you enjoy the video. I've hunted the fire out of this right in here, all of this, and have found a world of 44 Colts. But I've got my GPX 4500 maiden voyage, and this one was on down there a pretty good ways, but it is a nice 44 Colt. I'm having trouble with the settings on the machine. I don't know exactly what to do. Jeff just had a baby, Avery. Congratulations, brother. And when he gets a chance, well, he'll come and set me straight on this GPX. But there's the first bullet with a new machine. That hole right there is probably close to 12 inches deep, and I've got another 44 Colt with GPX. I've still got a lot to learn on the sounds and the setting. I've used the White's TDI DIV, and I took to it pretty quick. This one here is a little bit harder, and I think it's just a matter of settings. But like I said, Jeff will get me straight on that. There's another 44. I found one right there. I found one right there. I found one right there. And I'm right inside this tree. And this one here is deep. This is a screaming signal. It's another 44. I have to hook up the remote mic on my camera every time that I film something other. It takes me a moment. I'm just going to leave everything hooked up and set the camera over here to the side. I'm loving this baby right here. GPX 4500. I don't have my battery pouch. I've got my battery taped on the side. I've got the pouch coming. Should be here today, but I love this machine. I want to do a shout out today to a brand new channel, Rookie Detectorist. You see his channel there on your screen. 100 subscribers so far, so go over and check him out. Tell him that Seven sent you. Like, subscribe, and share. Civil War sight is right up on that hill right there, and all along these woods I have found all kind of bullets, mainly Colt 44s right in here. But the Confederates came up this draw right here and would have been firing, and here is a I know it's hard to see because it's got all kind of stuff on it, but that's fired 69 round ball. That's a good find this morning. First real good bullet that I found. So I'll keep hunting. Pretty thick again. That one wasn't too deep, maybe 4 to 6 inches. I got a Colt 44 bullet from the American Civil War. That's a drop. Most of the 44s we find up in here are drops. It's a good find. I'm up in the woods again. Big old growed up spot right here. And out of that hole right there, I don't know, about 6 inches deep probably, I've got a wheat. I thought this was going to be an Indian whenever I first pulled it up, but it's not. I'll see if I can get a date off of it. I've got a fired round ball up in the woods on a Civil War site up here. That looks like a 36 fired to me. I found several Colt 44s and pistol bullets and some Gallaghers, a few, not many, but a few Gallaghers up here. See what else we can find. I had a screaming signal out of that hole right there, and you can see it in the coin ball. It's a penny. I just don't know what kind of penny, whether it's a wheat or whether it's a memorial. I see Lincoln right there, and it's a wheat. Should be able to get a date off of that. All right, I don't know what this is. I first thought it was a shell casing, but it's not. It's got a little hole in it right there, but it's solid on both ends, and it's brass. I don't think that's a lid. I have no idea what this is, but I'll take it. It's amazing what you learn when you research finds. For instance, do you know what this little brass tube has to do with television soap operas? Well, let's find out. When I cleaned this tube, I noticed that it had Colgate distributor, made in USA, Jersey City, New Jersey. So this is where I began my research. I found that in 1806, an English immigrant soap and candle maker named William Colgate established a starch, soap, and candle factory on Dutch Street in New York under the name William Colgate and Company. In the 1840s, the firm began selling individual cakes of soap in uniform weights. But in 1857, Colgate died, and the company was reorganized as Colgate and Company under the management of his son, Samuel Colgate, who didn't want to continue the business, but he thought it would be the right thing to do. In 1872, he introduced Cashmere Bouquet, a perfumed soap. In 1873, the firm introduced its first Colgate toothpaste, an aromatic toothpaste sold in jars. In 1896, the company sold the first toothpaste in a tube. Meanwhile, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the B.J. Johnson Company was making a soap entirely of palm oil and olive oil, a formula that had been developed by B.J. Johnson in 1898. That soap became popular enough that they renamed the company after it, Palmolive, Palm Olive. In 1928, Palmolive Pete bought the Colgate Company to create the Colgate Palmolive Pete Company. It was the Colgate Palmolive Pete Company that marketed this Cashmere Bouquet lipstick. In 1953, Pete was dropped from the title, leaving only Colgate Palmolive, the current name. If you'll notice on the lower part of this display card, it contains the Colgate Palmolive Pete name, meaning that this lipstick was marketed and sold between 1928 and 1953. But back to our original question. What does this old tube of Cashmere Bouquet lipstick have to do with soap operas? Well,
Colgate-Palmolive had long been in competition with Procter & Gamble, who was the world's largest soap and detergent maker. In the beginning of television, Colgate-Palmolive wished to compete with Procter & Gamble as a sponsor of soap operas and sponsored many soaps in full or in part, including The Doctors. And since ladies were watching the soaps, so named because of their sponsors, and using their soaps, well, you might as well make lipstick and perfume for them while you're at it. So now you know.
Out of that hole right there, this one here, I really thought was going to be a square nail. Real squeaky. But it is a piece of a harmonica reed. Went up into the 60s every now and then, but pretty squeaky. One more.